I have the daily graphic with me because we'll go straight into the newspapers for this morning. The daily graphic, Truth and Accuracy Everyday Paper, Friday, October 29. Of course, the last Friday in October, and the last weekend in October 2021. There's a picture of a mentally challenged woman on the street who has a way of monitoring her child, her little baby, while she is sleeping. So she has actually tied her cloth, one end of the cloth to her leg and the other end of the cloth to the baby, so that she can sleep. While she's sleeping, the baby cannot go far. That is really a smart way of getting a nap and still getting your baby close. Now, increased investment in mental health care. CSOs are speaking. Increased investment in mental health care. Ningo Pram Pram human trafficking hotspot. Ningo Pram Pram. Oh, really? It's becoming a human trafficking hotspot. Your eyes at Ningo Pram Pram. Kindly be watchful and stay alert. GSS to conduct Public Services Integrity Survey. That is the Ghana Statistical Service. To conduct Public Services Integrity Survey. All right. Okay, so let's try and get more in the daily graphic today. Inside Africa, Sudan Army sacks 6. Condemnation grows. And in South Africa gears up for hotly contested local elections. Okay. Yeah, the South Africa elections will be happening next month, God willing. The editorial here says Spanish Huletes abuses and the NDC balls as Dufour drops hat in ring. Yes, I've seen a couple of videos of Dr. Kwabena Dufour, and it seems to suggest that he would be up for the running. Opinion. Memoirs from the Hilltop launched. Dr. Addison, Governor of Bank of Ghana's picture is here. GIPC woes UAE investors. GIPC, Ghana Investment Promotion Center, woes UAE investors. And 18 honored at African Health Legends Awards. Okay. Police arrest supplier of fake dollars. Police arrest supplier of fake dollar notes. And rerun Bibiani and Nyaso Bekwai MC election. 33 assembly members urge. Rerun the Bibiani and Nyaso Bekwai assembly elections. Give us power to bite. NMC appeals to Parliament. The National Media Commission has appealed to Parliament to amend Act 445 of 1993 to empower the Commission to enforce its mandate. And Kofi Ejiri confirmed as Director General of Prison Services. Okay, congratulations to him. Koika hands over triage structure to Ashaiman Polytechnic, and Anglican Church inaugurates Aguna Swedru Archdeaconry. Anglican Church inaugurates Aguna Swedru Archdeaconry. Okay, let's have some more. Industrialist expresses worry over illegal sale of lands in Accra, and the Ministry of Food and Agriculture receives 10,000 Ghana cedis towards Farmers' Day celebration. Of course, Farmers' Day would be up very, very soon, and we wish all farmers congratulations in advance. National Security compensates victims, and Missing Lands Commission employee husband to undergo psycho tests. Picture of Miss Rodalyn Amoadakon is also here. a lot of announcements in the Daily Graphic today. Let's build skilled human resources for sustainable development, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And in business, government acts to divest interest in state-owned enterprises. Okay. 60 female students benefit from Huawei program. And GIS Don Bosco Technical Institute tackle youth unemployment. That is good. Select committee to invite contractors for shoddy work. And avian flu detected at Pong Katamanson. In sports, no COVID jab, no entry. The Ghana Football Association declares as the season opens. And the whole airfield school to get modern pitch. That is a hockey pitch. Thanks for that. Government disburses 2.3 million Ghana cedis to Mokola fire victims. Government disburses 2.3 million Ghana cedis to Mokola fire victims. Fruit, vegetables fair opens in Accra. And so that's it for the Daily Graphic. Let me go to the Weekend Crusading Guide. No show at Juvenile Court C. And Otumfuo commissions new maternity block at KNUST Hospital. Magdan Foundation feds 1,000 widows aged in the northern region. And NPA tackles NDC's autoforcing. Says collection of bust UPPF levies others legal. Into the Weekend Crusading Guide. In the entertainment front, we still have some news here. Extensively read contracts before signing a deal. Becca to colleague singers. And God is alive. Shatawale speaks after being granted bail. I'm still pursuing my dream to become a medical doctor. Philippa Befi. Inside Africa, South Africa to deploy 10,000 troops for local polls. And Nigeria State Arts Saturday as new school day. And Ethiopia airstrike hits Tigray. TPLF says 3 civilians killed. Government says factory hit. Unfortunate there. Engage women in decision making and implementation of climate change projects. And MMDAs urged to develop effective database on revenue mobilization. Elsewhere, NCCE calls for protection of children against abuse. And your job security depends on patience, consistency. Dr. Gezi charges health workers. Let me quickly run to sports. No vaccination, no entry into various stadia. Flight organizer found guilty over fatal Emiliano Sala fight. And Edmond Addo scores a maiden goal for Sheriff Tiraspol in heavy win in Moldova Cup. Okay, thank you. That's it for the new Crusading Guide. I'll save the chronicle for the last. But Ghanaian Times, traffic nightmare on Ofankon Zawam Road. Motorists, commuters decry daily gridlock. And Asantehene inaugurates new maternity block for KNUST Hospital. Government presents 2.2 million to Mokola fire victims. And patients stranded in hospitals as health service workers union lays down to 4 alleged baby thieves remanded in NIB custody. 7 alleged secessionists granted 400,000 bail each. Man arrested allegedly for possessing firearms and ammunition. And court refuses ACP Agojo's permission to travel. Volta MP call on president to apologize to Aflao Paramount chief. And more here. Buankra Inland Port construction to commence next year. Hey, as for this port, it has been constructed. Japanese ambassador urges youth to embrace Kaizen program. And okay, new job in South MC Feeder Roads Department to go to aid of Nyamikrom residents. And government developing regulations promoting recycled plastics for packaging. That is towards the circular economy. Ghana Blind Union marks 50th anniversary as Interior Minister swears in Isaac Ejiri urges him to lead prison service to ensure safety of Ghanaians. 19.5% of domestic debt held by non-resident investors. Bank of Ghana is speaking here. And 4 Ghanaian companies to receive grants from Catalyst Fund. Suka Power Schools NAPCO trainees on renewable energy. Okay. And in sports, UHAS and NSA to hold maiden sports science confab. Accra Lions face Elmina Sharks in season opener. Atram Divisa player for 2-week FC Basel trials. That is Samuel Labi Ashikwe, the Accra Great Olympics player as well. Beating Bayern 5-0 was like playing in trance, and Guardiola praises West Ham after Carabao Cup loss. At the back page, Ghana Highways Authority to stop compensation for encroachment on roads. Okay, all right. So that's it for the Ghanaian Times as well. The Ghanaian Times, let me take my next paper, which is the Daily Guide. The Daily Guide. NDC incest guru's daughter reveals secrets. And NDC propaganda is wild. Dr. Baumia is speaking. Apollonia chairman raises land fraud alert. And Finance Ministry okays 11,000 nurses for recruitment. I thought they said the government payroll is full. Let me see what is here. The Ministry of Finance has given clearance for the recruitment of some 11,226 degree and diploma nurses into the country's healthcare sector. The clearance letter signed by the Deputy Finance Minister Abena Osei said, the Honorable Minister for Health is hereby granted financial clearance to enable the ministry recruit 11,226 degree and diploma nurses who have completed their 1-year mandatory rotation and are due for permanent employment. It further noted that the emoluments of the degree and diploma nurses should be charged against the compensation of employees' votes of the Ministry of Health in the 2021 annual estimate. The Ministry of Health is to ensure that the degree and diploma nurses have the documents processed in time and placed on the mechanized payroll early enough to enable Controller and Accountant General Department effect payment of their salaries. The letter said, according to the letter, the effective date of the appointed degree and diploma nurses should not be earlier than December 1, 2021. Okay, that's good news for them. 11,000 nurses, I think, is a good number. We still have more to employ anyway. By a copy of this letter, the Controller and Accountant General is requested to effect payment of their salaries and make appropriate deductions of Social Security and income to SNET and the Domestic Tax Division of Ghana Revenue Authority, respectively. Please note that the financial clearance expires at the end of 31st December and cannot be used thereafter. It's indicated. 120,367 recruited. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health, Dr. Kwekwaji Menu, has indicated that a total of 120,367 health professionals have been recruited so far by the NPP government. Wow. Right, let's continue. Funny Face returns to social media against magistrates' advice. And Mobile Awards return with first live show since 2017. Shippers work to standardize regional port charges. Okay. Baumia touts TVET and court rejects ACP Agojo's request to travel. Well, Hello Weekend. Hey. Hello Weekend. Ayehu. Hello Weekend. Ayehu. Concert today. Randy Abam crowned Miss Agriculture Ghana 2021. And Stoneboy receives Queen's Baton Relay. In sports, Jesse beats them all. Doing Jesse Ghana forward is currently rated the overall best dribbler in the ongoing 2021-2022 Israeli Premier League after an explosive start to the campaign. GFA announces no vaccination, no entry policy as Ghana League bounces back today. And Accra Open returns in style. Javi agrees Barca terms. I'm not sure of that. But that's it for the Daily Guide newspaper. A Daily Statesman. Daily Statesman. COVID-19. Rebecca Foundation donates test kits to health facilities. And government offers 2 million Ghana cedis relief for Makola fire victims. We have sanitized the TVET sector. Dr. Baumia is speaking. And Kwesimintim NPP executives fight over control of public toilets. Oh, my people. Public toilets. Well, Speaker cautions MPs against macho power at MMDC's election approval. Speaker is speaking. Henry Korte, Aboboya riders won't lose their jobs. Waste management companies in the Greater Accra are expected to have waste transfer sites in the various districts in the region by February 22. This is part of the measures to ensure that tricycles carting refuse, known as Aboboya, are not put out of business, as the Greater Accra region bans them from using highways within the region. From November 1, these tricycles will only be restricted from using the Tema Accra motorway. Most of the tricycles transfer refuse to the Pone landfill site, which requires commuting on the Tema motorway for easy travel. Speaking on the point of view on CDTV, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Henry Korte, said the Aboboya riders had been assured that their livelihood will not be affected by the region's new sanitation initiatives, like Operation Clean Your Frontage. We have met with the leaders of the Aboboya and assured them that the government does not intend to deprive the informal sector of their livelihood, he said. Though there has been debate over fears of total ban on the use of tricycles for carting refuse, Mr. Korte noted that what Operation Clean Your Frontage rather seeks to do is to regulate the operations of Aboboya. He noted that DBLA will go to the assemblies and register riders of Aboboya in their respective assemblies. As part of this plan, Mr. Korte said waste management companies would have to build transfer sites in each assembly. Okay. Well, IGP should be lauded for curing impunity. Okay. And collection of bust UPPF levies, others illegal. MPA responds to others legal rather. Beg your pardon. MPA responds to Ato forcing. John Kuma urges MPP supporters to prioritize party ahead of 2024 polls, and the NTC Anes Atiwa East Civic Quiz champions. Government working tirelessly to complete aviation projects. Transport Minister Ufuriye Siama is speaking. Energy experts want disclosure of PPAs in power sector. In entertainment, Shatawale praises God after being granted bail, and I don't regret breaking up with Cresator, Damilola. Nigerian actress Damilola Adegbite has filmed that she has not regretted her failed marriage with a Ghanaian Cresator. Former Tinsel star, in a chat with media personality on African Group, indicated that she hasn't regretted her decision to go separate ways. The most important thing for her now is that Grace is being a father to their son. According to her, love is not enough, and that is the mistake a lot of prospective suitors make during courtship. Damilola said the ultimate ingredient that binds partners together and makes them inseparable is not love. She reiterated that she has drawn valuable lessons from the failed marriage, which could shape her future engagement with other potential suitors. My marriage didn't work, but I learned a massive lesson. All the best. Okay. In sports, Afina Jan dedicates AS Roma debut to mother, and Westbrook ejected as LA Lakers blow big lead and defeat by Oklahoma City Thunder. Cristiano Ronaldo, Man United being helped or hindered by the Portuguese legend. And in Emiliano Sala's death, flight organizer convicted over plane death. Okay, that's it for the Daily Statesman. The last newspaper here is the Chronicle newspaper. Court decides on jealous lovers case on Tuesday. The Criminal Division of the Accra High Court has slated Tuesday, November 2, to give judgment on an appeal application brought before it by a beautician who was jailed for doctoring and distributing nude pictures of one Destina Tata, who happens to be her boyfriend's ex-lover. 7 remanded over Pram Pram murder, and ban on campaign still in force, NPP General Secretary. Now the big story here is Ghana's population growth rate declining. Statistical Service tells President. Ghana's population growth rate declining. GSS tells President. We will not hesitate to withdraw our services if JUSAC threatens. Alex Nate, President of the Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, has urged members of the association to exercise restraint while the executives continue to engage the government on the increment of their salaries and allowances. Hey. Mr. Nate made the appeal to the members while calling off a planned strike action that was supposed to take off yesterday, October 28th. Well, court remands 13 foreigners over alleged assault on a public officer. 13 Nigerians aged between 18 and 28 years have been remanded by the Accra Circuit Court and Accra Circuit Court for allegedly carrying offensive weapons, assaulting public officer, resisting arrest, and illegal possession of narcotic drugs. The accused persons, who are all unemployed, David Ayo, 19, Prosper Olusegun, 18, Joseph Osas, 18, Kingston Nwafo, 28, Ayo Omotala, 18, David Oso, 25, and Victor Stule, 25. The rest are Joshua Adewale, 21, Joshua Olujuba, 20, Amasi Musa, 28, Praise Osazi, 18, John Oluwa, 21, and Gentle also. How can your name be Gentle and you are assaulting people? The court was told by the prosecuting officer, Assistant Superintendent of Police, Evans on Wednesday that the accused persons were arrested based on intelligence gathered by the Accra Regional Police Command. He narrated that October 8, 2021, the police had intelligence that a group of young men living at Wager SEC in the Greater Accra region were allegedly attacking unsuspecting victims and smashing their phones and other valuables. Prosecuting officer said following the information, a team of personnel from the Regional Police Command with an emergency warrant proceeded to the area and found the house that the accused persons, numbering about 20, were occupying. ASP Asari added that when the police knocked at the gate and ordered the occupants to open it, they refused and the team was compelled to force their way through. Police entered the house with force, but accused persons who were armed with offensive weapons including cutlasses, broken bottles, iron rods, and stones attacked the team. According to him, the team then retreated and called for reinforcement from Alpha SWAT and counter-terrorism units. The court was informed that when the recognized teams arrived at the scene, the accused persons once again attacked them. He said in the process, one of the suspects, now a deceased, used a broken bottle and wounded the left hand of one of the police officers. The deceased ran into a nearby bush, pulled out a locally manufactured pistol, started firing at the police. Police returned fire and was shot in the process, he narrated. Let's continue. 7 remanded over Pram murder is also here. The editorial in the Chronicle says the mauling of hearts of folk should be blamed on poor planning by GFA. 6-1 humiliating defeat suffered by Accra Hearts of Folk in the hands of Wydad Club Athletic of Morocco tells a serious story of how Ghana football is ebbing away, especially at the continental level. One lose that Hearts of Folk has gone to lose. Everyday trouble. Everyday trouble. Why? Another opinion here says you have the right to die only but once. A letter to the senior Opupu Lepu. Ban on campaign still in force. MPP General Secretary speaking here. And the minister urges MMDC's initiative to break the 8-year cycle. Shippers Authority hints of regional standardization of port charges. Let's go to Nigeria. British University hands over stolen Benin bronze cockerel. And journalists, CSOs in West Africa, storm Abuja to brainstorm on fake news. Court set dates for Nnamdi Kanu's suit against government, and road personnel who caused traffic in Kanu sacked. In business, city strains to ease on African Development Bank loan. And in entertainment, Burna Boy rules out marriage. I learned about death of my husband and daughter on social media. Vanessa Byrant. UNESCO supports Guba Awards to honor gallant Ya Asantua. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization pledges support for this year's Grow, Unite, Build Africa Awards aimed to celebrate a centenary of the passage of gallant Nana Ya Santua. In some world news, India tests nuclear capable missile amid tensions with China, and hundreds of sea turtles washed up dead in Mexico. Moscow shuts down shops, restaurants as COVID case rises. Volta caucus in Parliament descends on Akufo-Addo. And GIPC CEO re-elected as regional director of WIPA. Standard of journalism declining. Media for Foundation of West Africa boss is speaking. And Roma take on AC Milan in Titanic clash. In sports, Man United to bounce back against Tottenham. and Elche welcomes Real Madrid at Estadio Martinez. Locally, Ghana Premier League kicks off today. New entrants Accra Lions to devour Elmina Sharks. Okay, we hope it happens like that. But be fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. That's it for the Chronicle newspaper. And we can still do some few ones on a few news portals here. So we will go to let's see what my Join Online is talking about today. We'll look at Star FM Online, we'll look at City FM Online. Of course, we will come to Adoatv News Online. Now, some top stories here. Being short, having dreadlocks, tattoos do not affect institutional performance. Kwesi Enin tells security agencies. And Adams Bona backs Immigration Services decision to disqualify applicants with tattoos and scars. COVID-19, about 40 persons in severe conditions, the Ghana Health Services telling us. I don't regret burning of excavators, Abu Jinapo, Lands Minister speaking, and we want a thorough justification from government, Dr. Park, on termination of E-Block's contract. And 2024 elections will be fought at the local level. Mason sentenced to 7 years imprisonment for defiling his stepdaughter. That's unfortunate. Okay, so that's some news there on my Joy Online. Let's see what City Newsroom also has for us. The City Newsroom. City Newsroom. Okay. And then we would finish it off with the Adoatv News Online platform. You can always go to the Adoatv News Online platform and enjoy a lot of news. The good thing is that we place a lot of videos there for your consumption. Akim Swedru MP files private members bill on dual citizenship restrictions. Call of your strike appear before us. NLC orders Health Services Workers Union. Call of your strike appear before us. Okuvanda Poi backs restrictions on Abubuya. And suit by 143 LLB graduates against General Legal Counsel AG over entrance exam failures to be heard today. No vaccination, no stadium entry, and that's in sports. Okay, so that is a few on City Newsroom. Now let me go to www.adoatnewsonline.com. Let's see what we also have there. We are ready to assist with probe into, what does it say? It says we are ready to assist. We have the right to comment on 2020 polls. Don't disrespect us, NDC to EC. And then we are ready to assist with probe into overvoting claims. The NDC is speaking. Okuvanda Poi backs restrictions on Aboboya is also here. And if you don't have your vaccination card, please don't venture into the stadiums as the Ghana Premier League season begins. If you don't have your vaccination card, don't go there. Elsewhere, Dr. Nyahu Tamaklo is speaking. He says, Nana Dankwe Kufuor, the president is the most lawless president ever. Dr. Nyahu Tamaklo. Kake's families petition PIPS over alleged misconduct for Ejura. And another big story, the Water MPs are calling on Nana Dankwe Kufuado to apologize to the AFLAO chief. More stories here. You can visit the Adoatv News online platform and feed on a lot of the stories that we have here. Now, we will take a very quick turn. When we come back, we have more for you on AM Ghana. But thanks to Vienna Natural Mineral Water, thanks to Air Rwanda, and thanks to Sonotech Diagnostics Medical Center. Now, we are still in the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you have not yet gone for your screening and other diagnosis, kindly go to Sonotech today, not tomorrow. Kindly visit Sonotech today. They are still waiting for you. They still have great deals, great discounts in the month of October for breast cancer screening and other diagnoses as well. So kindly go to Sonotech at Osu, West Hills Mall in Tema. You can find them there and let them help you. They are great. They offer great service. They offer great costs as well, prices as well, and then you'll enjoy their services. Everyone, safest flight. You can never depend on. In fact, their services or onboard services is second to none. So kindly go to them. The good thing is that they are also very, very affordable for everybody who is flying, so that you can buy your tickets and then fly to every destination. Vienna, so I'm recommending for you. This weekend, we are going for parties, we are going for engagements, we are going.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
Breast cancer is very scary and all, but for some reason, a lot of women think that it could never happen to them. October is here again. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've come to know that breast cancer is the one cancer that's killing more women than any other cancer in women. This means that all of us need to be concerned and all of us need to take the requisite steps to ensure that we get screened, know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about, and most importantly, know that there is a cure. Breast cancer can be treated and is best when it's detected early. So take advantage of this Breast Cancer Awareness Month and go and get screened. There's free screening available. If you go to Sonotech in Accra, in their branches at the West Hills Mall in Tema or Osu, you can get your screening done for absolutely no fee at all. Also, if you'd like to do a mammogram or an ultrasound, you get it as a good discount during the month of October. It's time for all of us to get tested. Let us get screened. Let us know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. And most importantly, let us know that if you do have any signs of breast cancer, the earlier it's detected, the better it is for you, your family, and your loved ones. This year, I'm happy to partner with Sonotech during the Breast Cancer Awareness Month to get more and more women interested in taking steps to know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. Stay safe and get screened. My name is Na Shoko. I'm a broadcaster.
Announcements on Adoatv. Contact Adoatv for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 05092577754, 02094942258, or visit our marketing desk at Stepwork premises. Adoatv, bringing good things to life.
CB makeup now. I'm correct. Why your best mankasa? That's it. Oh, middle. You captures back on CB makeup sauce. Me see CB makeup capsules na make a year.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You knew me that and one year packaging I am the
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any biansan wako do pegi.
Share a painful any about town man kwada no for. Any kwada won di fie do yen. Enka ho.
Susanna. Ghana man be man tamase.
Adoatv 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA aji edwedin kato yato.
Hey, what up, beautiful people? My name is Camito, aka Mr. Grind on Stop, aka Meet Up on the Team. And as you guys already know, I always partner with Sonotech Diagnostic Center to bring you guys a free screening every October, free breast screening. And this year we go again live from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. We're going to be giving you guys free breast screening, so we can prevent breast cancer in our people. Now listen, this is the best part. If need be that you undergo mammogram, we're going to give you 20% discount off the original price. And if need be that you undergo an ultrasound, we're giving you 50% off the original price. And you will not find this anywhere. So make sure from the 1st of October to the 31st of October, you make your way to all our centers in Tema, Osu, and West Hills Mall, Sonotech Diagnostic Center, and come get your breast screened. We don't want to see no breast cancer in our people. You already know. Peace and love. Mido say so. Boomba.
Water. What will I take your map? And that's all I order. The rag you are fire.
Malaria and tea. But you are yet more bono.
What you have to figure.
Malaria, therefore, yao. Enti awo. I shouldn't a customer's man. When say mammy, I smart. Upper CB Malakio. I'm money buyer or the eco school. Share. Say a Janisi berry market ni malaria and tea. I want to mean.
And now Emma will be around to walk. So we have malaria test. Maybe one. And try better one. And the CB Malakio. You didn't know. And now kick out one as soon as I CB Malakio. And no one so there. And I don't grow. And yet that shit.
A drawing your ma appeal for. About a woman for. Any quada won't in fear do
Susanna. What would you win?
FD Ashusha sa a jedi and crato you mu adia to Musa and
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Ryanair today. Ryanair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwanda, fly the dream of Africa.
You beat cancer by how you live, why you live, and the manner in which you live. I am Priscilla Sewamenu, Miss Health Ghana 2020. The month October is noted for breast cancer awareness, and this October, Sonotech Ghana is partnering with Miss Health Ghana to bring you breast cancer awareness campaign dubbed Pink It Out. So from the 1st to 31st October, Sonotech Ghana is offering free breast screening for all women out there. Plus, you get 20% off mammogram and 50% off ultrasound scan if you need one at any of their branches. The campaign is on. Join the campaign, support women, encourage women to come for screening, and support women living with breast cancer. On this note, I will entreat all my sisters out there to come detect it, treat it, and defeat it, because early detection saves life. Thank you.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Ryanair today. Ryanair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwanda, fly the dream of Africa.
CB women capsules now. I'm correct. Why your best mankasa?
That's it.
You oh, middle. You capsules about one CB men capsules. Ah, you know, me see CB men capsules in America.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You knew the dada. And one year packaging now in the pepper.
Wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any biansan wako do pegi.
Share a painful any about town man kwada no for. Any kwada won di fie du en ka ho.
Susanna. Ghana man be man tamase.
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA aje ededin kato yato.
Fox speed roll it.
Shit, baby, I shit. See, can I lock it? Baby, I block it. So, yeah, my baby, more, yeah, then I befa, oh, befa. Yeah, then I befa. Go, croco, ya no me jaja choteto. And Ramanda, Tuntun de Diet Moto. O'Brien, they say, Monsieur, get chalato. Chale, no be lie, shit, bibia, yeah, shit, obia, yeah, shit, lave, chale, no be lie, shit, bibia, yeah, shit, obia, yeah, shit, chroma, shit, baby, I shit, see, can I lock it, baby, I block it, so, yeah, my baby, mo, yeah, then I befa, oh, befa, yeah, then I living a life on the street, nobody care what we do, nobody care what we go through, nobody care what we do. Your brain motivational speakers won't try and cry no. Your parents you know be SLY. Yes, I'm here. Someone say another. love na bedi coco. When the my break up bed, Mulinke Mr. John. Yes, see what when the bed is hard, yeah. Chale, no be lie, yeah. She be ya hard, yeah. She be ya hard, yeah. She love is hard, yeah. Chale, no be lie, yeah. She be ya hard, yeah. She be ya hard, yeah. She chroma ya shit, baby ya shit. See can I lock it, baby I block it. So yeah, my baby mo, yeah, then I befa, oh, befa, yeah, then I befa, chroma ya shit, baby I shit. See can I lock it, baby I block it. So yeah, my baby mo, yeah, then I befa, oh, befa. Yeah, then I befa.
Savage mix.
Fuck speed, roll it.
Welcome back. It's AM Ghana here. Sorry for that break. We had a little technical challenge here. But thanks to you for staying. We have next our discussion segment where we talk about what is happening in our country. Recently, there's been a lot. The NDC has been speaking, the MPP have been speaking, and I have with me a colleague from the NPP. He is in the person of Nana Kwame Mpedu. He speaks for the NPP. Very soon, another person from the NDC will join us in the studios, and then we will continue with our discussion. I would also speak to an NDC officer, an IT officer, about the press conference that was held yesterday. Yesterday, there was a press conference by the NDC, and aspects of the press conference, it was also talking about the fact that the NDC have spoken about overvoting in the just under the elections, and that they have even come out to say they can assist when the EC asked for the police to investigate into it. The NDC responded by saying that they can assist in that investigation. There are a lot of questions people are asking already, but we will try to find out on our own as we have our discussion. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, brother. I'm good.
Okay. How is your constituency doing?
Odusenya is to be precise. Kaswa is doing very well. Everything is moving on well. I hope now you've not been hearing Kaswa in the bad news anymore. So Kaswa is doing very, very well. Unlike the other times that you'll be seeing thefts going on here and there, people trying to use people for money rituals and coal and stuff. But today, everything is moving on nicely, goodly. And MC also has
what was done? What was done to curb some of these?
I think, but you know, Kaswa now is a region now. It's a Central East region of the police command, and now I think the police visibility is more. Unlike the other times, now you'll be seeing them more. Patrol cars will be moving up and down, and then I think those are some of the things too that has kept the thing calm. And then also street light productions or producing too has been intensified, and security in other part of the constituency. Kaswa has been divided into 3. That is what we call the electoral area. The 13 electoral areas are all seeing lightning systems and other things also going on. So I think those are some of the things. And maybe people are also taking care of themselves very well in order not to pass where it is dangerous when the time is not due. So I think all these things put together are some of the things that are making Kaswa seeing peace.
But I mean, why did we have to why did we have to wait for certain things to go wrong before we get here?
Honestly, see,
we have lost lives. Most importantly,
sure.
People have lost property.
Sure, and now too, I think one of the educations we are giving to our colleagues, our brothers, the journalists also is anything they say. If the thing even happens in Galilee or Amanfrom or Liberia camp or Nyenyano and other environs, they will say Kaswa. Because I think that is the popular name when made mention. People will easily get to know the exact location that you are talking about. So some of the things too are not precisely in Kaswa. They could be in other adjoining constituencies or towns. But because Kaswa has, that name, so like not bad name, but name being popular in the whole of Ghana. And so the moment they mention Kaswa, an incident even happened in Nyenyano, which is Gomwa East, I think a week ago, that somebody was burnt alive, and then later the people, yes. And the reportage that I was seeing was Ewutu Senya East Kaswa. And that place is Gomwa East Kaswa. And you can just use the Kaswa as case study, but the main area is Nyenyano. So till they mention Nyenyano, any other person there will say, oh, that one is not even close to Kaswa. So some of the things were not precisely in Kaswa. But as we said, now we are trying to draw the lines between those kind of things, bringing Kaswa's name in everything that the people might think it is.
Yeah. What are the issues that has been facing the constituency? In Ghana we have general issues actually.
Oh, sure.
There are issues that are a bit universal. It is everywhere. Sanitation, water. For some days now, people have their taps not flowing.
Sure.
Roads, amongst others. I mean, do you have any of these challenges in your country?
Oh yeah. Kaswa is not an island. It's not an exception to. We have a lot of challenges, and my MP, Honorable Mibisa Akumsen, the Minister for Fisheries and Agriculture, is working towards them. One will be the sanitation, because it's a market-prone area, and that is why the name Kaswa itself is market. Yeah. So a lot of garbages here and there. Just be today is Friday, and by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, when you go, you will see a lot of refuse all over. And then we have also charged the new MCE, Anita Love, Obo Emisa, to make sure the waste collectors do their work on time, so that we'll be able to curb the sanitation issues. The moment you enter Kaswa on the main street, you'll be seeing this market women, a lot of refuse at the roadsides and stuff like that, waiting for collection. And sometimes with the refuse waste management companies will be complaining of their car not being in good condition. They will wait for this day and that day and stuff. So we are now having a meeting with them through the assembly, which I think Anita, the MC, the new MC, is also working towards it with the sanitation team, to order to make sure those things are seen to. And then when you come to the drainage, and then you see we have one big gutter called the Okrudu gutter, linking all the way from Bojuasi to the sea in Nyenyano. And when it's overflowed, honestly, it causes tears in the whole of the area. And then our Kumsin Honorable is doing his bit. So we are urging on the new MP in Gomwa East and the MCE in Gomwa East to also continue to the sea, so that it will easily flow from Bojuasi straight to the sea. And then there's flooding system in Kaswa and part of it, Gomwa East and other stuff, so also come to an end. And you see, we cannot talk away from the individual drainages in other areas, which some of them are being tackled, and it's not done yet. They've not completed, so we're having a lot of challenges when it comes to the drainage system and stuff. Tap 2, yes, we've extended tap to other parts of Kaswa. Others too also need more to be done, and then we are praying, and we hope by the time 2024 will come, most of these areas that have been demarcated for water.
Why whenever you speak to NTV people, they say by 2024. Why are you? I do not know. Why are you measuring, or why are you capping your progress by 2024?
Because that is the chance Ghanaians has given us. So that is where we can.
No, but then I mean, this is beyond. If you are doing developmental projects, and you are doing them. I don't know why they say by 2024. As if to say that by 2024, if they are not done, they can't continue.
That is not what we mean. But we mean now Ghanaians are giving us a mandate for 4 years, and it ends in 2024, probably 2025 January 7th. That is when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo will hand over power to whoever emerges the winner in the general election. So we are talking always in the time frame Ghanaians has given us. We cannot say, okay, by 2030, we will make sure we will do it. The moment I say we will do it, you also ask questions. We have up to 2024. So we are always trying to make sure the mandate that Ghanaians has given us will work within that time and make sure we deliver something tangible for the Ghanaian people. That's why I said by 2024, we hope most of the areas that has been demarcated in Kaswa to make sure they get potable water will be seen to, and that one will
another challenge facing a lot of Ghanaians is especially the youth is unemployment.
Sure.
How is the situation in Kaswa?
As I said, Kaswa is not an exception. I'm a youth there, and we have a lot of people trooping in, day out, making sure they will get something from you or from other quarters, bringing CVs and other stuff. Yet it is, but we are also trying our best. As at now, we Kaswa people, let me say, be fair, we are also waiting for our 1D, 1F in Kaswa. Other people say, oh, why Kaswa no 1D, 1F? I think the past MCE was trying something with an investor who wanted to recycle the waste. So we generate a lot of waste. So we recycled a lot of waste into fertilizers and other things. We are waiting for that company to come. I think per month checks, the time that they wanted to come was when the COVID issue also broke up. And I think they are from Scotland or Scotland. And they will come in. We are hoping now that he's out of office and then the lady, which is Anita, is in. I think Anita will go through all the handing over notes and then Anita will continue from there. So we are also waiting for that one to happen. Because when you go to Gomais, they have almost about 5 factories. The fertilizer, they have fruit juice, they have recycling for petroleum, which is the car tires and other things also going on there, which is also close to Kaswa. So we are also telling the youth, when the government own comes, yes, we will do something about it and they will be assured. But to be honest with you, government can produce those kind of jobs, but the direct jobs which employ these graduates and other staffs will be very limited, and not all of them will be seen through. So others too, we've been training and talking to people. Let us do our own way. Let us create our own business out of nothing and make sure. I have one guy who is now producing the slippers and stuff. If you've heard of the name Trap Shoes in Kaswa, he's a colleague of mine, he's a friend. We are in the same church together. And when he was starting, he was like, you want to be a shoemaker at this time, blah, blah, blah. We wanted to, create something that will even tell the person, no, I wouldn't do it anymore. But today, when you go to his house, he has boys working for him, producing slippers, strap shoes, and slippers, others in malls and other shops that people are purchasing from. So we are also encouraging, through that guy, we are encouraging other people. See, when he came and saw the idea, we're thinking maybe he's only just not serious with his life and stuff. But today, this guy is making it. He has whatever a young boy should have now. People are working under him. He's paying others and other things. So we are also educating people. Myself, after my national service 2010, we were the unfortunate people when they said no recruitment in the public sector. I was here in AMA just here, and I was posted to Ablekuma South, which is Dansoman. And afterwards, when they said they cannot employ us, even though we are working hard and other things, we went home and I just partnered with my senior brother. We just got this printing press and stuff like that. And that has sustained me from that time up to today, from 2010. I only break in for 3 years to work with other company, UNA agencies, and afterwards I came back to my own company, and that has sustained me from that time up to today. So I think encouraging the youth also to get those things, ideas too, is better. But always it boils out to money, because before you can start anything, yes, before you can start anything by the youth privately, it boils out to money. So we are also trying, as government is trying to bring this youth empowerment, making sure they will support small businesses and stuff like that. We are praying that Maslow will be opening up more the COVID-19 relief fund also, that they say they're supporting the small businesses with. We want to see it. It has to be very visible for the youth to be able to apply. I think those are the flaws that are keeping the youth from getting their own business. But I know after talking to so many of them, they think getting their own business and being their own bosses is what they want. But now that they don't have the requisite, that is why they're always carrying the brown envelopes and other things from me. So
we will come back to Kaswa once again, but there's more to be spoken about Kaswa. But I have Mr. Daniela Mate. He's the Deputy Director of the for IT or of IT for the NDC to speak about what happened yesterday at the press conference. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning, my brother. How are you?
I am also very, very well. Thank you very, very much for speaking to us this morning. Yesterday, the NDC organized the press conference and then we followed it closely. Briefly, can you tell us exactly what the NDC put out there?
Yeah, well, the press conference yesterday was to set the record straight and to respond to the press conference organized by the EC by Bosma Apari, where a lot of untruths were told to the Ghanaian public. And we did just that yesterday.
Okay.
We responded to their press conference and set the record straight. Yeah.
Okay, and one of the responses was that you are ready to assist whichever authority to probe into the overvoting.
Well, the issue was Malsari saying that the former president said that we uncovered over 1 million ballot papers that were already completed for just a minute. Already completed. Already completed ballot papers for the MPP presidential candidate, Nana Akufo-Addo.
Yeah.
That was not true. That was not what the former president said.
Okay.
The former president said that the party uncovered over 1 million excess ballot papers that were printed at the brown side of the political parties.
Okay.
By the EC. And these documents were uncovered. They were shredded and burned. But there were others that find themselves in the various constituencies. And he cited example like Asawasi, Ejura, Ejusu. In fact, for Masu Nkwanta, the completed one, they couldn't use it. They went and dumped them in the bush. And so these were some of the things that were raised. And then the issue about making a lot of gains compared to 2016 election expenditure. As we are talking to you now, the EC is here to be audited by the external auditors. Because the EC submitted a budget to Parliament.
Yeah.
And told Parliament, we are going to do A, B, C, D. And these are the costs. So they went to Parliament and defended the budget. And so you can say you have made over $90 million gain. When you submitted the budget, does it mean some of the things you say you are going to do in the budget, you haven't done them? This will only come to the fore when the external auditors have audited you. Because you don't just go to Parliament and say that I need X amount of money and the money will be given to you. You have to justify the money. You have to justify why you need X amount of money. And so that one will be done, and we believe that when it is done, we will know whether really they have made a gain of 90 million as they are left. Because when you are owing people, you have more payment. How do you say that you have made it? That aside, there were others that also bothered on the fact that those uncovered ballot papers that have been paid or painted already have a GC validation stamp on them. So where did the people got the GC validation stamp from? So if they are calling for verification, we are more than ready.
Okay.
As for our evidence, in my own constituency, when we talk about the military, in my own constituency, they brought over 40 military. 40. Meanwhile, the police is taking place at the district police office. It was taking place, the police was taking place at the district police office. That's where the policing was taking place. So why do they have to be over 40 military fully armed? So when we talk about the deployment of the military, they have a lot of examples. And when we talk about, they say that our former president should be invited for. In my constituency, for instance, like the essence ballot papers were bent. The burning was supervised by the district police commander. We did a similar thing in London before at the cantonment police station, supervised by the police. So if they say the police should investigate, the police themselves have the evidence.
But
so they don't need to go far. The evidence are there. We are fast and ready. We have been calling for this thing, not now. So we are happy today. The meeting themselves have accepted the fact that what happened in 2020 election needs to be investigated. For the first time in the issue of Ghana, one election, since results were declared, for the first time in the history of Ghana, one election, since different results were declared.
Well, now, one may ask, at what point did this uncovering happen? Is it right after the elections?
The excess ballot papers that were uncovered in Inoni was actually uncovered 25th of November. You know, the ballot papers for Ashanti region was dispatched on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Then when they got to Ashanti region and they break up to the various districts, they realized that instead of those symbols for a particular constituency, if you just said the South, they have used PNC symbol. So it means that the entire parliamentary ballot papers have to be returned, a new one printed. It was when it was returned to only printing house for the printing of that particular parliamentary ballot papers. That was when our agents uncovered this over 1 million presidential ballot papers that have been wrapped in brown envelope, and they use telescope to take it. When our agents raised alarm, the supervisory officer said that first it was for backup, then second it was for runoff. Meanwhile, we know that when it is runoff, it is only two parties that are involved in the runoff.
Yeah. How come?
They change the parties only after the election.
Yeah.
The first one. And then the electoral commission said they don't know anything about it. They say it was a waste material. Our agents have been in all the 720 houses where the ballot papers were printed. Nobody wrapped waste material and hid them in people's office. It is about them. They have a place where waste materials are dumped at the printing houses. So we welcome the investigation that it says it should be done. We are ready to provide those excess ballot papers. We actually conveyed, so the DNI, the national security, they came into the Inolin printing houses and they were involved in the shredding of those excess ballot papers, and they were part in the burning of the excess ballot papers.
So
people who were involved in all the printing refused to take part in the burning exercise.
So if I understand you, when these uncoverings were made, you alerted or you drew the attention of the appropriate authority.
We did that. We did that.
Okay. And so what another argument is the fact that is it because this didn't appear when the election petitions were going on? Is it because it was bent? The supervision was done and it was bent, or the NDC thought it wasn't needed?
No, you see, people are getting the whole thing wrong.
Okay.
When we went to the Supreme Court and our people filed interrogatories for the electoral commission to respond, the electoral commission declined, and that interrogatory our lawyers were requesting can be done during cross-examination. So we thought, since we will have the opportunity to raise this issue during cross-examination, let's get to cross-examination. When we got to cross-examination, they prevented the electoral commission from marking the witness court. I think you all watched the proceeding in Supreme Court.
Yes, of course.
Yes. So all these things will have come to the court if they mention as mounted the witness box. All these things will be put to her to explain to us how these excess ballot papers, that piece of printed excess ballot papers, find themselves in the various constituencies. Why these excess ballot papers, over 1 million excess ballot papers, were printed for one region, that region.
Understood.
So the opportunity for them to answer this, they escape.
Okay.
The back door, that
Okay.
no one the witness box.
But then,
the witness box.
I mean, to the best of my knowledge, I'm not a lawyer, and I mean, I won't attempt to even try to interpret.
Don't attempt. It is better that way.
Exactly. But then you realize that especially at the Supreme Court, from the understanding we got at the court, is that the EC chairperson didn't mount the witness box as a result of certain previous proceedings. So certain accounts could have.
There were no. In the previous election petition was in 2010.
No, not the. I don't. I am not talking about the previous election petition. I mean some accounts, even through the same process. For instance, it was mentioned where the NDC were supposed to prove their numbers. I mean, if you are alleging that there are issues with the elections, let us know your numbers. Let us know the EC's numbers, and then perhaps a little comparison will be
my
made.
brother,
Mm-hmm.
my brother.
Yes, sir.
My brother. Can you imagine if the 2020 election, NDC has gone ahead to announce its figures and declare himself winning? What will have happened to Ghana?
Oh no, that wouldn't be good.
Exactly. So the body that has been charged with the responsibility to collect and declare the result.
But our electoral rules would also not. Okay, go ahead.
The electoral commission collated the result and declared it, and then came back and said he has made a mistake.
Yes.
Did you hear the electoral commission say they have made a mistake?
Oh yes, yeah, they corrected it a few times.
They said they corrected it 6 times. But anytime you make a mistake, it means that you identify where you made a mistake. Is that not true? So why are they not allowing us to ask the EC which region they identified the mistake or which constituency? Because if you declare Kigate today and you come back and say that figure is wrong because you made a mistake, it means that the mistake is made. You are able to ascertain that mistake. Those are the things we want to question here. Those are the objectives we filed and they didn't respond. And they said they will respond to it during the process and maybe.
Okay.
And they refuse to mount the ballot box to be cross-examined.
So now what will be now? The EC has called on the police to investigate. You are ready to exactly. Good. So you are ready to assist. But then I mean, apart from you being ready to assist in the investigations, what other roles are you going? I mean, were you also going to?
We are going to file a formal complaint to the police and complain about those things.
Okay.
So that those institutions will also be investigated.
Okay. Understood. Yeah, Mr. Mate, thank you very much for sharing some light on the shedding some light on yesterday's press conference for us and the way forward. We are grateful for your time, sir.
Thank you.
All the best, sir. So that was Mr. Daniel Amate. Yesterday, the NDC had a press conference and made some responses to the Electoral Commission. They have the view that there was some overvoting in the just ended 2020 elections, and so they are going to complain formally to the appropriate authority and ask them to investigate. Sorry, we are trying to find out why this didn't appear in court. It says it's because the Electoral Commissioner didn't mount the witness box. They had a plan to ask these questions during cross-examination, and that is the reason why it didn't come up there. Before I go back to Kaso, I believe you are the NTV person. You like to say
for sure. You see, I was just laughing in my head for the reason being that, you see, the stand ballot papers uncovered was before the elections, right? and then you have an evidence to that. When they were burning it, supposedly they said they were burnt, right? In Ada Lejekuku, blah, 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 blah. When they were burning it, they had videos of that, right? Pictorial evidence, and then they could also produce some other samples in terms of the hard ones itself to be seen as validated, as they claim. So you could have all those things put together, and then you table it in front of the Supreme Court for easy ratification and answered, right? But they chose to do that one on radio instead of proving it.
No, the man is saying that when they sent the, I mean, there's a lot term for that, and the EC was made to respond.
The interlocutories.
Yes, interlocutories. And then the EC, I mean, responded that they would respond when it's time for cross-examination. Now, so they were okay. Once we are going to have opportunity to cross-examine the electoral commissioner, then we don't have a problem. But because so let's perhaps put our evidence and every other document down. When it gets to cross-examination, we just table it before the Supreme Court or the panel. Unfortunately, they didn't have that opportunity.
That is for cross-examination means for proper interpretation of whatever you've put in on paper, right?
Exactly.
So you answer whatever you've answered from the NDC on your own EC document. You explain it better to somebody like us so that we could understand. So it means NDC itself weren't serious. They couldn't even submit that tape, which was seen.
Maybe during the course.
No. It's not part of their document. They wanted to shield that one or hide that one.
But you know, before sections, before the various activities are done, I mean, throughout the process, for instance, you know, the NDC filed stay of executions and, I mean, other things. And so before you move from one activity to the other activity, you are allowed to file. If you have any other thing, you can bring it up. So perhaps they were waiting for the time and then submit.
You know the reason why I said they are not serious. Till they give us the main cause that led to the court issue.
No, they went to challenge
what?
The pronouncement of the results. Yes.
The results, right? Meaning you had a serious evidence showing that 1 million votes was given to NPP. Right? And we have an evidence that some of those ballots which were being stamped for NPP and validated with the EC stamp were bent. So those things are the core, documents that you could submit.
He's saying that.
Is it
they misquoted the former president. The former president didn't say the 1 million ballot was for the NDC.
We all listening to the various places that he has been on his campaign trail. One was 1 million was stolen for NPP to be added up in a certain region, which is Asante region, so that NPP could do what? To win the elections. And then 2, the EC was even forced by military. Did you hear that comment also? That the military was on the neck of the EC to declare the results. But we all didn't see it like that. On one realm, EC calculated that they are going to make sure Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, will maintain his position. So meaning nobody could force him or the institution to declare, right? So on one realm, somebody who has decided to dash an interest party, which is for her interest or the EC's interest, that want to dash Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo 1 million votes. At the same time, you say the military were on the neck of that same institution, saying they should declare Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo as the winner. So where lies the truth? There are 2 lines. I have decided to come to Adoatv.
Maybe they were delaying.
On what say? Somebody who has calculated. It doesn't even add up. Somebody who has calculated attempts or has done everything possible to declare or to come to Adoatv. And then you said somebody was on my neck with a gun or whatever you think that person was holding, that I should by force enter Adoatv for a morning show program. You get it? And then you ask me, I said, oh, okay, I was ready to come to Adoatv and I was on my way to Adoatv, a TV or whatever. And then at the same time, that person comes in again and said, I was coming to Adoatv because I was being forced to come to Adoa. It doesn't add up. But the only thing we will tell them is they should just be honest with their people. in 2012, we learned something. Oh, and what we learned was elections are won at the polling station. So if elections are won at the polling station, it is not through gun or violence means. It's only being vigilant at the polling centers, right? So somebody like me, myself, and other NPP polling station agents were very vigilant, making sure they are not even going to doze, not to talk of sleeping. Make sure we lead the document, which is the ballot papers, to where we are supposed, because there are barriers. When we go to the coalition center, we hand it over to those agents who are up to be in the coalition center to collate those results. When we hand it over to them, we will go back and relax. They will also make sure they will work on it, hand it over to region, then region will take over. Then the coalition centers in the electoral district will also relax. Then the region will also do same, take it to national, then national takes over till the results are declared. Those are the things that we put in place during our trainings and other things that we were approaching the 2020 election. So for us to learn something in 2012, and somebody was favored in 2012, sat down, 2016, we came to take over power. 2020.
So why do you say someone was favored? I mean, nobody was favored. It went to court.
So, it went to court. So now
people came to argue their case.
Yes. So I always use that favored because if you think EC had favored Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in the 2020 election, then we are also presuming that we were also favored in the 2012 election, which they would deny. No. See, going into a vote, 9 panels for NPP to get 4 out of 9. Right? It tells you we had a case. Classical definition of overvoting was declared 2012. The word was classical definition by Afarijan. We had so many things on block that Afarijan could not decline for not entering into the witness box. Because everything was straight on him.
Because the NPP also brought their pink sheets to the court.
The NDC?
No, they didn't bring it.
Exactly. So we had evidence that shows that per our calculation, this is the number of valid votes Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had as against John Dramani Mahama. Right?
Even against the EC's own
collated figures. And then we gave them the reasons why we think overvoting took place. Because the number of people who voted in polling station A were 27. The number of markings, which is like the figures in front of the various candidates, including sport ballot, were 30. So looking at the people who voted 20 as against 30, they are overvoting of what? 10. So we want them to rectify that figures, to tell us where those figures came from. And that is what they said, classical definition, meaning they are only taking overvoting for the context of the people who are supposed to vote in a particular polling station, but not those people who were verified by the verification machine to say they are voting on that day. So they gave us classical definition. I said Ketia was also there, supporting this definition. Right? Today, you came to court, defend your figures. They said they never declared any results. Are they sure? They had almost about 8 to 10 press conferences in that night. Right? First one was on the parliamentary seat, claiming 160. Second one came down to 147.
Gradually, it was coming down.
It was coming down. Later, the thing got to 140 or 140 something. Those were one aspect of the press conference they had. The other aspect also was, we are leading per the calculation we have in our strong room, which is the NDC, had in their strong room, they are winning. So everybody can go out there and jubilate. Play the tape so that he will know that they even declared it and their people were happy. And the other end, they came also again that they have won the election and EC was delaying the results in terms of declaring. So their people, their supporters, will all troop into the EC's office. That is when we had a lot of them at the EC premises that they were spraying with pepper, hot water and other things.
That was after the pronouncements. Yeah.
Sure. You see, so by then they have told their people we have won. And EC has taken our fortune out, giving it to Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So by so doing, we are going to court. Those were the things they told their supporters, their teaming supporters, and everybody across the whole world. This is what they told them. So now, if you tell me you never declared anything, So what was your route in going to the court?
No, but they were clear also in going to court. I mean, they said that that is why they went for the pronouncement. If you ask them, they tell you that
they
were
wanted
in
for
court
me
to challenge
challenge the pronouncement
yeah.
because it has been
Because
almost
there
about
were
5
mistakes,
or 6
yes.
in them. And then those questions were also tabled in court, right? That is when they gave Johnson Esedu Nketia, Honorable, the calculator to do his own calculations. They asked a very relevant question of which I know every NDC member sitting down at that time watching will say, oh, my people has even wasted my time. Right? What's apart with yours? You said you have a strong room, coalition room, right? Collating your own resource. That is what you base on to tell your supporters that you have won the elections. Granted, nobody dispute the fact because you never went in to lose. So when you come with figures, you need to prove that figures and then make everybody in the whole world believe in those figures. So that the EC could not even have a leeway to escape any other questioning that you have to question. So come there. So what per your own calculation, one of the judges said, per your own calculation, what was the number of votes your candidate had? He said, my lord, I never brought those figures to court. It means totally your case has flawed. So what were you challenging? I declared a result. I made a mistake by mentioning, instead of saying total vote cast, I used the figure, the overall vote cast to declare. One, I added a resource from another polling station. Maybe, you see, we had many a time we have backlogs. Some other, okay, taking this one out and adding this one, giving all to this particular candidate. When we do all those tabulations, this person wins. But EC opted, okay, when I receive the other ones, I'll just add them. Automatically, figures will change. But let us ask ourselves, did percentage-wise, did it change?
No.
It never changed. So the results is one. And what is the gazetted results now? They know, their members in parliament know the gazetted results. So when they tell you they don't know the number of votes their candidate had as against Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, it means their parliamentary candidates are not doing the party any good. You get it? So, you see, they should come clear. You've been a president before. You've been a vice president for 3.5 years, or 3 years, 8 or whatever month, and then you've been a president for, let's say, 4.5 years. So you know everything. Is it not the same, essentially, John Dramani Mahama, the former president, saying that the EC is autonomous, so everybody should stop disturbing them in one way?
But you know, these issues are, or these issues borders on national interest.
Sure.
Now, the EC is a body that is a neutral one, number one, that is supposed to also assume a lot of confidence in the Ghanaian voter.
Sure.
So, if issues like this are attached to the EC, one, we know that people are going to lose confidence in the EC.
Sure.
So, I think we should listen to what the NDC is saying.
No, nobody is rubbishing it.
We should listen to what the NDC is saying. It's also another way of keeping the EC on its toes, so that tomorrow someone do not appear or come assume the seat of the Electoral Commission's chairperson, and then decide that I cannot be charged on certain lines, so I just do what I want.
You just do what you want.
You understand?
I get it.
And then again, we assume confidence. I mean, we put back the confidence in the public, because if I won't go to the elections, if I know that the EC has any power to skew the elections towards whoever they favor,
they want.
You understand?
We get it.
So I think
how do we settle those costs? Per the Constitution, how do we settle those costs? Because the Constitution, in its own sense, knows there will be time.
Because when an EC comes and says that I got 2,000 votes, 5 minutes later, oh no, I got 2,500 votes. 5 minutes later, no, we made a mistake. I got 2,300. Another 5 minutes, oh no, I got 2,800. See, you may be right.
Sure.
I mean, statistics and calculations and blah blah blah. I mean, people get it wrong sometimes. It is not really abnormal. Okay, but when you are the EC, if Adoatv got, we follow the elections. We also had our reporters at the centers and what have you. So they call us and say, at the center that I am now, NDC had 5, NPP had 5, CPP had 5. We put them together.
Sure.
And then we also, do our own projections on TV. So if I, the host, get it wrong, and I come back to say, oh, instead of saying 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, I mentioned that NDC had 10, MPP had 10, the others had 1, 1, 1 each. I correct it. 5 minutes later, I come back to correct it. The next 5 minutes, I come back to correct it. I mean, at best, people will not take me seriously, at best.
Sure.
But then it won't be so much grave because I'm not the EC. So I am, to a certain extent, allowed to make those mistakes. You understand?
Sure.
As far as the Constitution doesn't grant me or doesn't put the burden of announcement, pronouncing a president on me, I can make those mistakes, and to a certain extent, I will be allowed to escape with it.
Sure.
But the EC cannot make those mistakes, number one, because people take your whatever you come to tell us hook, line, and sinker. So just imagine this. If the EC came and then said that, oh, the NDC has won the elections, then 5 minutes later, they come and say, hey, we made a mistake. When we were going to pronounce the MPP, we made a mistake and said the NDC. Do you know what would have happened?
Oh, yeah, we get it, right? But what I am saying, or what we are saying is, those figures, in percentage, right? And elections are not won. Presidential are not won by, you don't mention figures, you mention the percentage. That is why I say 50% plus 1.
Yeah.
So in percentage. But subsequently, all the percentages were correct. So if you have any doubt on that, prove contrary, because they said they've won the elections. And for EC to lose whatever credibility they think EC will lose, everybody has his own opinion. And we could say, okay, yes, maybe with this, I don't even trust the EC anymore. So going forward, what do we do? You get it? But today, if you sit down and say, the EC has lost its credibility based on, say, you didn't win the elections, means the EC has no locus in being the EC or whatever again. That is why the Constitution, in no sense, gave us a line. After the elections, you go through this process. And through this process, you go there, you have a way to appeal to make your case. So the only way we can settle that call is through what? The Supreme Court, right? So you go to Supreme Court. Supreme Court tells you, per the calculations, yes, they've might erred in releasing multiples of figures, right? But at the long run, they brought a figure which still maintains their pronouncement that Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo was made the winner. That is when they took it to be gazetted. So now, the main EC figures are the gazetted document. Looking at 2012 elections, when you go to all the media houses, when you go to their platforms or their website, you'll be seeing the different figures there. Typically of mine, I was watching more of on Ghana Web. Their figures is different per figures, not percentage. When you go to Peace FM online, but then the figures were different, but percentage still stands. When you go to other one, the Joy and other stuff, you'll be seeing they have different figures in terms of maybe 5,000 something, 5,000 this, but percentage still stands the same. So for me, as at now, when you even ask me the results of 2012 elections, I might not even tell you precisely the figures. Till I go in for the gazetted document, that is when I'll give you the correct figures. So I say, okay, let me go to my job online and give you a figure. Another person also said and say, no, it's wrong. Let me go to the other social media handle and get you a figure. It changes, but the percentage still stands, right? So if the person has not erred in that, so let's say if they could have won the election, would they tell us the EC has lost its credibility for declaring them as the winner? They wouldn't even say that. And I'm saying you've been a former president before. You've been a vice president before. You've been a minister. You've been all those positions. You have assumed all those positions before. So please, when you are coming out in your communiques, let people even hold your credibility higher. Because you make a statement, say, okay, I felt I was cheated. Because Nana Addo even said the same, that per the rulings of the Supreme Court, for him, as the presidential candidate for NPP, he is not okay with the figures. But for the peace of Ghana, and for projects to go on, he is not going on appeal. We should hold it the way it is. And then he is going to sit down and rethink through whether to come back in 2016 or not to come back. These were the words of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2012.
Let me quickly come in with a few messages that are coming, and then we continue because I think we have about 10 minutes more to finish. 2 p.m. Mampong Ashanti, the living legend. We need to pray for Mother Ghana. Greetings to Mr. T.K. Brahma Abinchik Mase. Okay, thank you, Mr. 2 p.m. for sending us your message. This one is from Amisco Spelele. He says someone should tell the NDC that elections are won at the polling stations, but not at Takashi press conferences. In fact, GM must be investigated on his comment over electoral fraud claims. Election was free and fair. Hashtag election was free and fair. Okay, thank you for also sending yours. Ex-President GM can go all over the country to preach his lies, propaganda, Takashi, reckless comments, and attack EC. But good policy initiatives like 1DF, 1D1F, free SHS, and NAPCO from the NPP will expose him big time. Thanks for sending us your message as well. The president is focused on discharging his duties and making Ghana work again. No amount of propaganda can discredit His Excellency. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo's numerous developmental and social intervention programs. This is from Openi 80 Kaswa. This is coming from Pukwasi Benghazi. No MPP man can cause a flag bearer on us, can force a flag bearer on us. We NDC members know only John Mahama as our flag bearer as we are going into the election 2024. MPP should think about their problems in their party. We know cash for seats, loss of 500 Galamsey excavators, PDS, bulk oil saga, etc. They should find solution to them and leave NDC matter. Abdul Basit is here. NDC and Mahama 1 million vote propaganda will not wash. Common pink sheets you could not produce in court. We are talking about EC stealing 1 million votes for His Excellency President Nana Addo. That's President Mahama is confusing and tickling his own self. Greetings to Honorable Chief Alaji Muni can come. Okay, we say no to LGBTQ+. He has added that one as well. All right, thanks for sending your messages. But so now the NDC wants to go to the police and lodge a formal complaint. We do not know how the police will respond. And of course, the AC has also called for investigation. What do you make of that? Is it the right call?
Oh, yes. You see, one thing I love about Ghana, right, is we talk a lot, we argue a lot, but at the end of the day, we settle matters the way it's supposed to be settled, amicably. We don't take guns, we don't take machetes and other things trying to make sure we kill people to announce our displeasures on issues. But if the two parties have called for investigations to be done, EC is claiming, the ex-president John Dramani Mahama is claiming they've dashed Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo 1 million votes, and they have evidence to that fact. They declare the results based on the influence of the army on them and other things that they have claimed the EC has done. And so when the EC is claimed, for us, we think we never did that, and you could have proved this thing in court. You could have added it to your official document so that you use it as your main basis that, yes, these are the pictures, these are the videos, blah, 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 blah. So come in and declare, we see this is your EC official. Why should that person be there? Where did the person got the validation stamp from? And those things, so that the EC will answer those questions. So if you think you go to the CID for the CID to probe into those matters, I don't think it is, because you are tainted with somebody's own credibility, in as much as NDC think the EC has done to them. So if the two of them want the police or the CID to do their own job, then we will tell the ex-president, till then, don't complain, because you did the same thing in public domain, telling your people that, yes, we've won the election and they've taken our fortune for the NPP and blah, blah, blah. This is the way we want to go. And we'll make sure we declare. And all the people were, oh, okay, let's go to the court and see. For now, we are going to be emerged winners at the court. Because when court declares that Mahama, Ex-President John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, was the president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo couldn't have done anything because the law has spoken. And that is the root cause of Ghana. This is where we all sleep. We all sleep with the law, wake up with the law, and do our daily chores with the law. So the moment you act against the law, you are found culpable, and then you'll be given the necessary sanctions, right? That is our route. So if you think now you rewrite your notes and other things, and you think you want to go to court, just give Ghanaians a surprise. Go to the CID and let them strip the EC naked, and so that everybody will say, oh, okay, EC is not who we think she is, or the institution is not what we think it is. So now let us put them aside and move on to another sector to make sure our election processes become very transparent and good for every Ghanaian to understand. For that one, we'll buy the course with them. But just go round, moving from one region to another, trying to disgrace somebody without any base, because you had a chance to disgrace that person in court. You never did. You see, so NDC is ready. It's good. They say they are ready. I don't think this time around they are going to just wait the time of the CID for nothing. If they think they want to lodge official complaint, yes, they should go with enough and a concrete evidence in order to prove that they have a case in there, so that 2024 election will not be election as usual. Oh yeah, as we are moving in now, we are going to be cheated by A or B. So let us leave it and let us go and just be partakers of it, and we will not give any vigilance to it. Seriously, we are taking every election serious as an MPP, and even if it is an how do you call it? Even our own primaries, we take it serious to make sure we have a good candidate to lead us in every constituency. So the general elections, and you think we are going to sleep over it and make sure, oh, we are not going to be vigilant enough, let us go and take anybody at all to go and mind the business at the police center, and then we'll get it off like that. No. So if we have learned in 2012, but if they think 2020 is what they have learned from, then it is good. We've all learned something. So by 2024 election, when the results are declared in 2024, nobody will waste the time of the taxpayers' money to go and then for courts and other things. So I think it is a good call, and then we think. But I think the former president should behave as a statesman, because this same institution, he has been there supervising their affairs before. Talking of, he was a former commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. So if you are the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, and today you tell us the armed forces are being manipulated by a political party or something, then it means the institution that your own way you formed or you came to chair, you didn't do a good job. So you see, day in, day out, you talk, and then there will be a loophole at the back, as if you've never ascended the throne of a presidency before. You get it? So for me, I would just give a candid advice. But we, as an MPP, we are focused. 2024, we know it's not going to be easy for the political party. We've maintained power for 2 times. Ghanaians are going to judge us based on what we have done for the past 8 years. And then we need to give an account for that, our stewardship in 8 years, so that Ghanaians will say, okay, 1D, 1F, I've seen some in my constituency, and it is working. Okay, 1 village, 1 dam, the northern people can testify. Yes, we are having all year round farming because that is the rationale behind the 1 village, 1 dam. We are getting
recently there were a lot of complaints that there
exactly.
No
so wherever there's complaint, Ghanaians are giving you another chance to correct all those mistakes that you've done in the past. And this is what Ghanaians are expecting from us. Areas that we thought we didn't perform well, we are human and we can flaw in the other sectors or other areas which we need to build. If not, then Ghana could have been in heaven. We wouldn't have any
we have just about a minute to wrap up. Now, what would you do? Employment, employment is a big issue now.
Oh yes, we know, and that has been
very big issue now. Yes, and that the NGC would the NPP would be judged based on.
Oh yes, but we hope Ghanaians too and the youth of today too will see that yes, for a president to come and make sure the Unemployed Graduate Association will be a thing of the past, so that at least you could have hope. I always ask myself a question after university, my 4-year university school or technical university school, and then they will tell me I should produce a job advert will come and they will ask for 4 years working experience, 2 years working experience, blah 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 working experience. I don't have any experience after university. If you are being fair, the attachment you go in is not up to a year. Let's say it's a year, and you involve yourself so much into an attachment.
It won't even still be 4 years.
Yes, it won't even be 4 years. And they ask you bring 2 years working experience, bring 3 years working experience, bring whatever working experience, and you are just out of university. You don't have anything to show off in terms of your working experience. You have the book knowledge and everything with you. And Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo comes in and tells you, okay, because of those things in the job market, I'm giving you NAPCO to do something. At least I know the statements I'm giving you is not enough, but just work on your experience in terms of job, your expertise, and then let's see what happens. So that in case there's any vacancies in those companies, you are supposed to be the first priority of the companies or the institution so that they will employ you. We know, you see, this year, how many people will complete the university education, right from the tertiary university to the mainstream university and the private sector university also. These people are going to be more than close to about 800,000 people. You get it? We have a backlog of other students who completed in the other years that are not still working. So the unemployment rate will be there. But the youth have confidence. The confidence that they have is every year there's another way of employing a section of them. And then they'll have come down, okay, if mine is not this time around, the next time around my own will come. And they will move on. There was a time we could not even employ teachers to go and teach in the schools. Not because we don't have the schools are full with teachers. It's because we didn't have money by that time. The IMF conditionalities on Ghana and stuff. A president comes in and decides, okay, let me bring double track system in the second cycle institution, the SHS, and then let us employ additional thousands of teachers, the teaching and non-teaching staff to complement that free SHS thing. Government is working now. Let us make sure we bring health matters to a very minimum level in order to make sure we get a lot of health workers in the institution. Okay. Government work. So the youth knows, yes, we will not say we've provided the youth with all those jobs that they think they are to be employed in it, but at least government this time around is doing something just to support them in one way or the other. Pushing it up or backing up with the 1D, 1F thing also goes on, and all those things are employing directly and indirectly. So the youth will still have confidence. Okay, you promised us this and you have it, and then we are getting it. Even though you've not been able to curb all those things or take it out of the system completely, America still have employment challenges. UK have still employment. Okay. Everybody has it. So we will still plead with them as a political party and tell them they should still have hope in the NPP, and we will make sure in our bit, whatever we are supposed to do for them, we will just do it for them.
And your Kaswa people?
Yeah, man, Kaswa people, it's the same advice, because if it's employment, they also in the same soup, and we are not going to tell them Kaswa is a place that nobody needs job. They need job. And market women will still complain. We'll go to market and they don't buy. We will urge them, it is better you sell more than you say they don't buy. But maybe your expectations, see, we have expectations for everything.
What about those who have nothing doing? They still need jobs.
They still need jobs. That's why I'm telling them government in its own bit is trying. And I've appealed in my first admission that some of them also don't want the white-collar job. They don't want to go and stay the government institutions or any other thing. They want to be self-employed, bring down some innovation.
What should they do?
So government, in its sense, those monies for the maslog and the other COVID-19 relief for businesses and other things, they should make it available in those districts and other things so that the youth can go in there and apply to get a little of that money to start doing their businesses and stuff. And I think those ones will be for us.
Thank you. This is AM Ghana. Thanks to Verna Natural Mineral Water. Thanks to Sonotech Diagnostics Medical Center. And thanks to Air Rwanda for helping us bring you this section. My name is Samuel Kushapi. I did this with Mr. Kwame. The name is
Nana Kwame
Ampedu. He speaks for the NPP from the Ewutu Senior East Constituency. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you,
I believe we are going to have more time in the coming week on the show to discuss, especially development in your constituency. Thank you very much for staying. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Breast cancer is very scary and all, but for some reason, a lot of women think that it could never happen to them. October is here again. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We've come to know that breast cancer is the one cancer that's killing more women than any other cancer in women. This means that all of us need to be concerned and all of us need to take the requisite steps to ensure that we get screened, know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about, and most importantly, know that there is a cure. Breast cancer can be treated and is best when it's detected early. So take advantage of this Breast Cancer Awareness Month and go and get screened. There's free screening available. If you go to Sonotech in Accra, in their branches at the West Hills Mall in Tema or Osu, you can get your screening done for absolutely no fee at all. Also, if you'd like to do a mammogram or an ultrasound, you get it as a good discount during the month of October. It's time for all of us to get tested. Let us get screened. Let us know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. And most importantly, let us know that if you do have any signs of breast cancer, the earlier it's detected, the better it is for you, your family, and your loved ones. This year, I'm happy to partner with Sonotech during the Breast Cancer Awareness Month to get more and more women interested in taking steps to know whether or not we have anything to be concerned about. Stay safe and get screened. My name is Na Shoko. I'm a broadcaster.
Announcements on Adoatv. Contact Adoatv for your general announcements, proclamations and publications, job vacancies, etc. at a very affordable rate. Call 050-92-57754, 020-9494-258, or visit our marketing desk at the work premises. Adoatv, bringing good things to life.
Hey, what up, beautiful people? My name is Camido, aka Mr. Grind on Stop, aka Mido on the team. And as you guys already know, I always partner with Sonotech Diagnostic Center to bring you guys a free screening every October, free breast screening. And this year we go again live from the 1st of October to the 31st of October. We're going to be giving you guys free breast screening, so we can prevent breast cancer in our people. Now listen, this is the best part. If need be that you undergo mammogram, we're going to give you 20% discount off the original price. And if need be that you undergo an ultrasound, we're giving you 50% off the original price. And you will not find this anywhere. So make sure from the 1st of October to the 31st of October, you make your way to all our centers in Tema, Osu, and West Hills Mall, Sonotech Diagnostic Center, and come get your breast screened. We don't want to see no breast cancer in our people. You already know. Peace and love. Mido say so. Boomba.
To carry out self-introspection and an honest assessment of their stewardship, and they will find that it is their own actions and inactions that have left led to the precipitous loss of confidence security strategy document. The National Security Strategy document openly claimed that one of the security threats in this country is the loss of confidence of the population in the Electoral Commission. And we thought that the Electoral Commission would do a sober introspection, find the causes, and to avert that security threat, instead of praising themselves and blaming all other persons who offer constructive criticism as to how they should improve their work. The excessive partisanship, open hostility towards the NDC, and the brazen manipulation of the electoral process are the occurrences that have led to the loss of credibility of the EC, and not the evidence-based presentation made by President John Dramani Mahama. We have not forgotten the politically motivated removal of their immediate predecessors and the controversies it generated. Everything they have done so far confirms the